Yo, what up? This a new video right here, and this is about to be a new series that I'm ready to make. You know what I mean? I'm gonna call this series Classic Material. Yeah, y'all. Just to start off my new channel, since I established this joint since yesterday, I asked myself, why don't I just make a series called Classic Material? You know what I mean? Just to make this channel more popping. You know what I'm saying? So, what inspired me to come up with this series Classic Material is that a guy who I follow on Instagram, I don't want to give out his name because I want to give him no attention and stuff like that. I follow him on Instagram. You know, he posts some pictures of stuff that he have like this old magazine collection. You know, he posts some stuff about old school hip hop and basketball and stuff like that. And I saw these classic materials from Double XL magazine. By the way, y'all guys must know about Double XL magazine. It's a very famous hip hop magazine. If you're a fan of The Source, you would definitely like Double XL. I remember reading Double XL all the time. So I had an issue of Double XL when I was young, but them shits is gone. You know what I mean? But fuck, it is what it is. So back then, Double XL used to do like this little thing called Classic Material, when they used like to have like little interviews with the artists who made such dope albums that were very influential. You just had a little sit down with them and have like cover some of the standout tracks. You know what I'm saying? So I just told myself, which album should I cover? You know what I mean, for this very first episode of my new channel. So I just told myself that America's Most Wanted, this album right here, will be the perfect one right here to start off the series. All right, so this will be volume 1 right here of Classic Material. The album that I'm ready to cover is Ice Cube's first debut album, America's Most Wanted, released in 1990. Y'all guys must know the deal about this album right here. Definitely one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. Definitely one of my top favorite albums in hip hop history. It's a West Coast classic. This is Ice Cube in his prime. He was fresh out of NWA. I mean, Ice Cube was that nigga back then. You know what I'm saying? So on this Classic Material thing, I'm gonna read some of the I'm gonna read some with the shit that's said in the article. You know what I'm saying? So Ice Cube was being interviewed by some of the people from Double XL magazine, talking about why the album is so influential to this day. So like covering up some of the songs, like with the songs that made the album what it is today. You know what I'm saying? So let's go, folks. Okay, mention the name Ice Cube today, and images of a lovable family guy with a house in the Hollywood Hills may come into mind. Quite a contrast from the mean mugging nigga you love to hate of the late 80s, early 90s. As the lyrical architect behind NWA's groundbreaking debut, Straight Outta Compton, Cube helped usher in the gangster rap and position himself as one of hip-hop's most feared lyricists. That reputation expanded even further when the Cali native severed ties with NWA in 1990 because of shady business practices, and went solo on that ass. Going through the whole thing with NWA, it seemed like the whole world didn't understand us, but a very few. Cube reflects, it was a lot of growing up that happened on how I see things, and I learned a lot going through the situation with NWA, eventually linking up with Public Enemy's production team, the Bomb Squad in New York. Cube crafted his debut disc, America's Most Wanted, a thought-provoking manuscript that tackled everything from racism and politics to gang culture and sex, held for superior production and equally exceptional lyricism. The project went gold within 2 weeks, a fear that was unheard of the rap in the early 90s. Cube went to drop an album every year before Jigga and DMX, until his foray into acting, which started in 1991. His breakout role as Doughboy in John Singleton's Boys in the Hood became a full-time gig. After occasionally dropping solo albums and group projects with WC and Mac 10 as West Side Connection, between films, Cube made his official comeback to rap this summer with Laugh Now Cry Later. During a quick break from touring, the Don Mega breaks down the criteria for being one of America's Most Wanted. Okay, we're gonna start off the track A Gangster's Fairy Tale. I was still in NWA when I wrote that. It was actually a record that Eazy-E was supposed to do before I left the group. It came from a hook that Michelet sang for Eazy one day. I just thought it was dope to do a whole song on A Gangster's Fairy Tale. That's what Ice Cube stated about the track. You know what I'm saying? Once Upon a Time in the Projects. I was watching a movie called Once Upon a Time in America, which showed old school gangsters and how they was living. I thought if we told the story, it would be Once Upon a Time in the Projects. That's kind of like how that thing was sparked. I just went into everything that goes on in the projects and put it in a storyline. That's Once Upon a Time in the Projects, what Cube stated. America's Most Wanted. Fucking dope ass song right there, you know what I'm saying? The title track off the album. This is what Cube stated about the song America's Most Wanted. That show, America's Most Wanted, was real popular at the time. So I thought that we should call the next album, the next NWA album. But leaving the group, it just fell back to me. I look at it and used it for myself. Eric Sermon from EPMD had this bottom beat for that. And Hank Shockley, Keith Shockley, and Chuck D added all the rest. I forgot who was going to use that beat first. But he couldn't rock it, so I got it. So that was America's Most Wanted. Probably one of my favorite songs to this album, which is The Nigga You Love to Hate. I was in New York working on the album at Green Street Studios, and we found that beat in Gangsta Gangsta. The faster part of that song, Chuck was out of town. When he flew back, he put in all the change-ups in the song. He just made this song have that PE-like energy. Fucking classic song right there. The Nigga You Love to Hate. I can go on and on about that shit. It's been a minute since I heard that song. Probably after I finish making this video, I might, pop in my, stereo, put my disc in, just fucking bump that shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, that was The Nigga You Love to Hate, and the last one from this classic material right here, well, the last track, obviously, from this article, which is Endangered Species, Tales from the Dark Side with Chuck D. This is what Cube stated. I always wanted to do a song with Chuck D. I wanted to make sure that it was hype enough. I wanted Chuck to be comfortable to get down. You know, the Chuck D I fell in love with rhyme over crazy hype beats. What turned me on to the track was the hype sound. It just sounded like a PE song. I was a big fan of PE when I was working on America's Most Wanted. A big fan. So once you hear this album, America's Most Wanted, it kind of had that, Public Enemy, influence vibe to it. Like, kind of like a, Fear of a Black Planet influence. Because, Fear of a Black Planet and America's Most came out the same year. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I fucking love about this album. Like, this album's just straight in your face. I don't give a fuck. Grimy, political, gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this album's definitely ahead of its time. Like a 5 mic album from me. A fucking classic. I could go on and on about this shit. Definitely one of Ice Cube's best albums. One of my all-time favorite hip-hop albums. I mean, almost every hip-hop head should must know about this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a fucking milestone hip-hop album. One of the most definitive hip-hop albums that come out the 1990s. Definitely one of the best hip-hop albums to come out the 1990, the year, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So you're a fan of West Coast hip-hop, fan of Ice Cube, and Lynch Mob, fan of, Public Enemy, this is the album for you. So this is Ice Cube with America's Most Wanted, released in 1990. Okay, that was it for part 1 of classic material. Stay tuned for the next episode, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this new series, you know what I'm saying? So I got some more to come. So yeah, that was it. Hope y'all enjoyed. Salute.